Good morning. It's MJ, the creator of the Crow Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful Sunday morning. It is June 2nd, and this is the general reading for the collective. I hope everyone is having a beautiful weekend. And let's see what the crows have for us today. So I've already shuffled quite a bit this morning, but just want to make sure that I have the energy cleared and we're good to go. Oops. Okay. So the first card I'm going to pull is the foundation card. This is the energy that started it all. This is, if you trace back your current situation, you will find this energy was probably there, lurking about, perhaps. And the next card I'm going to pull is the situation card. This is the time or present card, whatever is at your present moment or current situation. Oof, I think I need more coffee. Sorry. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Next, we have the advice card, and this is the card that, if you think about the crows going through the veil and coming back, this is the information that they feel will best serve the collective right now. Okay, let's get started, shall we? We start off with this energy of the Eight of Swords, and this is of just perhaps being in denial, of not recognizing a situation until it became too late, perhaps, because this is the foundation for where we are. And with judgment here at our present time, I see that this call is for us to accept whatever it is. There's something that you're turning a blind eye to. There's something that you don't want to see, that you know that, like, you're creating this cage that you have yourself in. And with this as the foundation, it's like you're holding back a new phase of your life. You're holding back this ability to rise up and stand tall and own your story, because you're not wanting to acknowledge something that's important. So the energy here is at the center, like it's calling you. It's like saying, come on, it's time. It's time for you to move past whatever this is, this cage that you have yourself in. It's time to move past that. But you have to recognize, how you're putting these swords in around you. Right? Because this is in your own head. This box that you put yourself in is not one that is physically there. Nobody else can see it. Only you can see it. And it's like you're working within the confines of this little cage, essentially. But the call here is for you to rise up and to acknowledge perhaps some mistakes in the past. You have to let some stuff go. Let go of grudges. Let go of any beliefs, perhaps, that you have that are keeping you trapped. Because you're at this point right now where it is time. It is time to acknowledge that you have grown a lot, that you are somebody who's worthy and deserving of love and belonging, and that you're capable of becoming just whoever it is that you want to become. You're there. You have that ability. So if you want to be a yoga instructor and that's what your passion is, and you want to help people, find their balance, well, you're ready. You can do that. If you want to open up your art studio and teach others how to draw out their creativity, you can do that as well. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be, a mom, if you're ready to take on this role of whatever it is that you want to be, you're ready to do that, but you have to let go of an idea that perhaps that you're not, or that it's too hard, or life is difficult, or it's just not meant for you. If you want to do something, if you feel that in your gut, if you feel that calling, right? Because it's like the judgment card is calling you. If you feel a calling and you're telling yourself, well, that's for other people, well, that right there is your cage, right? If you, if you feel that you have this calling to get out of whatever situation you're in, you can do it. You have that ability to remove each one of these swords yourself. I knew this wonderful woman who at 50, she got a divorce, and I think it was a fairly painful divorce. I was only 20 something, early 20s when I met this woman. But at 50, she joined the Peace Corps, and she traveled the world. And she left this life that she had behind with this husband who, I think, if I recall correctly, was probably not the nicest. And, my understanding was they had a painful break. But anyway, she joined the Peace Corps at 50 and went to Africa. And then she traveled the world. And then she opened up this little store in Cincinnati, and she just had this love and passion for life, and it was so different. It was like if you looked at this woman's life and you saw like there was like a clean break. But if she believed that she wasn't capable of traveling, or the world was scary, or that the Peace Corps is for only young people, she would never have had this great adventure, and she would never have had this new life that was just. She was such an inspiration. She showed me that you can do anything at any time. If you set your mind to it, and you have this heart that is just, like open and pure, and your intentions are good, you can do whatever it is that you desire. So she showed me that. And I feel like here, if you're ready to move ahead, if you have something that's going on in your world where you're like, I'm just ready to close the chapter on that part of my life, and now it's time to open up a new one, in order for you to move ahead, you have to let go of some beliefs perhaps that are holding you back. And that's only for you to determine. These are not my swords. These are not your neighbor's swords. These are your swords. And they're the ones that are creating a cage for you. So think about perhaps where those swords are for you. Like, where are they placed? Are they in your sector that believes that, you're too old? Whenever, by the way, and I'm pointing this to somebody who I have not had a chance to write back to, but you know who you are in Ohio. And if you tell me you're old, and because we're the same age, no, we're not going to have that, because I'm not old. And age is just a number. And at whatever age you are, you can do whatever you want. You can go back and it may be tougher or more tough, but you can go back to school and become a doctor at 60. I don't want to hear it. You can do whatever you want to do. So age is just a number, and it should definitely not keep you back from living a life that you desire. So anyway, that was my little tirade, and I hope you're watching this. So anyway, the Knight of Wands comes in, and this is the advice. Go for it. Use your creativity. You have it within you. Oh my God, charge ahead. You are going to find obstacles. Guess what? If you have a life without obstacles, then you are not living, my friend, because that means you're just sitting on the couch watching Netflix. So whenever you want to do something, whenever you want to move into a new direction of life, you are going to find obstacles. But the good news here is that you have this creative power within you, and this just drive to overcome them. You have plenty of time here. The sky is high, like you can see the sun is high in the sky. You've got it. So this is a green light here, that when you're ready to remove these swords from the sand and rise up, you will move ahead. And you will move ahead quickly. But you just have to embrace this change. Change can be good. there is a new life waiting. So go in, unpack whatever beliefs that you have, whatever negative beliefs, I don't have the education, I am not ready to move, I like where I live, it's too hard, things like that. If you really want to move ahead with something, you're going to have to figure out what's holding you back. So anyway, I hope this reading makes sense, and this is like one of those cards where when I took a great deal of joy in creating this card. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way, and it's for many reasons, but like the colors and the contrast with the red and the blue is your intuition, by the way. Like here where this crow is stepping in to the water, it's for you to think about tapping into your intuition. And this light here that's breaking through the clouds is that once you do, the clouds will part and the sun will come in. So anyway, bye for now, and I will check back with you tomorrow. Peace.